There was an amazing clip of Billie recently speaking right to Mark Zuckerberg's face.
Yeah. We're in a time right now where the world is really, really bad and really dark, and people need empathy and help more than kind of ever, especially in our country. And I'd say if you have money, it would be great to use it for good things and maybe give it to some people that need it. And love you all, but there's a few people in here that have a lot more money than me. And if you're a billionaire, why are you a billionaire? No hate, but yeah, give your money away, shorties.
I wonder whether a lot of this and a lot of the intersectional topics, they're often entire media organizations set up by people with all their money in fossil fuel.
Yep.
Like, I think this...
It's all connected. I mean, you know, the media is also in bed with oil and gas, and it's not surprising that the narratives that they're putting out there are really not in favor of climate action. And when you have something like that you're up against, the billionaires, whether it be billionaires in media or tech or, you know, in politics, it makes you feel really powerless. And I can see that a lot of people have become deeply disillusioned and very depressed and feeling like there is no hope, there is nothing that we can do. At the same time, I do feel like when things get so bad, there is this inevitability that actually the entire world is impacted. And so there is no other choice but to revolt. And I am starting to see things like that bubble to the surface. And I do feel like you were talking about, you know, Zack Polanski's messaging campaign, not mentioning climate. I think it's very smart to talk about the 1%. I think that is deeply intentional and is a really clever unifying tactic, because there are so much more of us than of them.
Yeah.
And the billionaires are the ones who are driving us off the cliff edge as well. Their financial investments, assets, their wealth as a whole is directly tied to some of the most polluting industries on the planet. So by saying we need to either tax the super rich or, you know, hold them to account, that's climate action in and of itself. We don't have to label it as such. The interesting thing is that when you talk to so-called everyday people who might seem against the climate movement, the people who criticize like Just Stop Oil activists for throwing soup, you actually talk to them, they care about exactly the same things that we do. They want a good life for themselves and their families. A lot of them have unfortunately been preyed upon by the super rich, fed narratives, and been manipulated and pitted against other minorities, thinking that this is the way out. Scapegoating is such a powerful tactic and tool. So I'm not surprised that, unfortunately, a lot of very vulnerable people have been manipulated and have been sort of commandeered to campaign and fight against people who are enduring just as bad hardships as them. It's sad. It's very sad. But, you know, I think that tactic of kind of unifying against the super rich is probably our best chance at this rate.